David Beem. Is it November already?
Yes, it is.
It's November. Today's November 5th.
Yes.
So it's Tuesday, November the 5th. I need you to catch me up on what happened with the WCWC 2 nights ago in Salem. It all went down.
Yes, it did.
Give me a recap, Dave. What did I miss out on? Because I have a feeling there was some wrestling.
Yes, there was wrestling in the
Nice.
Northwest for Salem area.
Nice.
We got the same belts. The same ones got the same belts again.
Wow, the same guys held on to the gold.
Again.
Wow, okay, well.
And the
That's
grappler
good.
got suspended for a month.
The grappler got suspended for a month. Oh, man.
Because Portland, Oregon.
He's up to his... And this is the original grappler or grappler 2?
Grappler, the same one.
The original
No
guy.
grappler.
Is he still loading up the boot and kicking
Yep,
people when no
and
one's
hurting
looking?
them.
Oldest trick in the book. If you guys know Portland wrestling and old school wrestling, you would know that was the grappler loaded
Yes.
up his boot. He'd go, and there's something in there,
Yeah.
right? And then he gives him a boot when no one's looking.
Yes.
Man, it would be. Now you've talked to the grappler before, right?
Yes.
I've only
I
seen
did.
him at the shows. I've
He
never actually
literally
visited.
likes me, and he said he gave me a front seat tickets. All the
wow.
shows.
Front seat, huh? Front row.
Front row. All the matches.
Man, that's like that. What was it? Bob Uecker commercials where he do. It says, looks like
Yes,
I
he
got a
likes
seat in the front row.
I got front row tickets.
Man, oh man. So the grappler got suspended. All the guys that had belts held on to him.
All of them.
Are there bad guys that have belts too, though?
Yeah, that one guy from California's got the belt.
That guy from California. What about that? The new guy, the guy with the kind of.
He lost.
Did Gangrel come back this month?
Yes, he did.
Oh, wow.
He's got the belt.
Who did Gangrel fight with?
What's his name? That new guy from California.
There was a new dude from California. Is he that big fella
Yeah.
that runs around with the grappler and all
Yeah.
them? What is that guy's name? He's a big feller. He's that
Yeah.
new dude.
He got the
man.
belt.
Oh, that guy has the belt now. Oh, man. What has Morty Lipschitz been doing?
Well, he said he wants to have some guests on my show, so I'm
right.
trying to work out a deal with Jeff.
All right.
And then I got some people from WWF want to be on my show, so
Well,
I'm
that'd be
trying to
awesome.
get a couple more WF people here.
Well, just so that you know, Dave, I like being on your show. So, but if you get guests, I'll be on the other side. I'll be in that
he
room
said
over
we
there.
need to fax that stuff to him. He said he would do that for us.
He wants faxes and stuff. All right, well, I can reach out to him. All right, so tell me more about the show. So I know Gangrel was fighting with that new guy. What else happened? What were the other matches? What went
The
down
ones
that
for
night?
the light belt, heavyweight, no Northwest belt, that was there, and a heavyweight belt. So I told Jeff if we can get some guests on my show to do a big tournament for Salem area.
Oh, yeah. You talked about doing a tournament. Then we talked about that Legends thing where we
Yeah.
get all the guys that were from the 80s and the 70s and
So
the 90s
I'm working out a deal on
together.
that. I am working on that, and I'm trying to have a guest show. I'd like to have Santa Claus on my show.
Santa Claus. You know, we're getting ready to do a Santa Claus show in December. It's called Talk to Santa, and we're working on that now. We're trying to get our Santa Claus. You know, it's hard to book Santa Claus. Santa Claus is kind of a big deal. We're going to try and get him again this year because we do a live show where kids can call in.
Yeah, and I was wondering if we can get like Santa Claus on my show or somebody, a guest.
Maybe like for the December episode next month, we should have Santa or somebody there.
Yeah.
You could interview Santa and he could tell you what his favorite pile driving, elbow dropping wrestler is.
Yes.
And then it would be awesome.
Yes.
All right, we'll talk about it, Dave. Maybe that'd be kind of cool. On a side note, we'll get back to wrestling in a second.
Yes.
You told me you've been appointed to a board with the county.
Yes, the county commission. The county. I'm going to be on mental health advisory board for Marion County for mental health.
Wow, how long does that go for?
That's 4-year term. I just got called me today. I am going to be appointed.
Nice, man. Hope you you're a good guy, so I know you'll do stuff that's going to help people.
To help the
wanna do
families
stuff-
and the people here.
Yeah, man.
And I'm still going to do my show.
And a lot of people don't probably know that about you, but you are involved with the community. You're
Yes,
on a bunch.
I am.
You've
I
been
do a
on
lot of
different boards
disability issues and the families and what's needed for the city and counties. And I do stuff for the bus system. So I pretty
Transit's
know.
a big one, huh? You do a lot with the transit folks.
And
too.
I did run for governor, so I did it a lot.
Yeah, Dave has ran for office as well. So
yes, I'm pretty known.
Have you run more than once? You ran a couple of times, right?
I ran for governor twice.
Wow.
City council 8 times.
Wow.
And I come in second and third. So I got Republicans and Democrats likes me. So I'm not hurting. I got a lot of new friends.
Wow, nice.
And I got people watching my show and they really like it.
Well, and the weird thing is this, the reason I brought it up, Dave, is it's election day. So
yes.
This is the last day people have to vote, right?
Yes, I urge everybody out and get out and vote, and please do that. Because please watch my show and come in here do my show and have my guest, and I'd like to have an assistant on my show.
An assistant would be nice.
I really like to have that done.
Co-host type thing?
Yes, I'd really like to have that done as soon as possible if somebody out there really likes to have that.
So if anybody watching out there wants to be on the show or be an assistant on the show, boom.
I like to have wrestlers be my assistant or help out or talk about wrestling in the Northwest.
Man, yeah, these wrestler guys, they're doing pretty good. WC, now how big was the crowd this time? Was it pretty good?
About 260.
It was a big crowd then.
Yes.
Because the summers get pretty hot. It probably wasn't that bad this time, huh? And if it was warm, it probably felt good because it was cold outside.
People have been watching my show on WrestleTalk.
Yeah.
And they really like to come to watch the wrestling, so don't come in and watching that. And they like my show, and I got businesses watching it. It's coming. So I got families coming. So
are people telling you they're seeing you on the TV then?
Yes, and said I'm a star. So
awesome. You're local famous, Dave.
I know.
You're totally local famous. People know who you are. So you've been on TV, you've been on shows, you've ran for office, you've been on committees and board. You've been a board member.
Yeah,
so you know. People know who you are, Dave. That's awesome.
I like to see. Have different guests on my show. I was talking to roller derby women.
Oh, the roller derby gals. Oh, yeah.
Women do roller derby. Don't like to be on my show, so I had to send a thing to them that said they would like to do it too with me.
Well, that'd be cool, Dave. Like I said,
I got some football players who like to be on my show. North Salem wants to be on my show, and
the
South Salem.
The South Salem kids, the
they
football
want to
players.
be on my show. Don't watch my show, don't do.
I don't know if South still is, but last time I checked, they were #1 in the division. So
yeah, and I'm thinking about have a lot of kids out there that said they like my show. So
I wanted to let you know there was a person who posted on our Facebook page, and they said that they saw your show and they liked it, and they thought it was really neat that you were able to come in here and have your voice heard and have a show made. And I wanted to let you know that, and I wanted the people to watch and to know that I let David know that. That was really cool. Kelly showed it to me like a week or two ago, and it was awesome. So I can't remember the person who posted that. You're awesome, and that's what we do here. If you want to learn how to make a show, you can come in, take a class, learn how to produce it, learn how to make your own television show. I'll help you do the steps to get you going. I'll help you get on your way. So there's my plug, my shameless plug.
And I'd like to do this each month.
Monthly, and we've been doing this. So this will be our November one. So there might even be people sitting at home around Thanksgiving at the end of the month, putting the turkey in their face, eating the stuffing.
Yes.
Eating rolls and potatoes and gravy and all that.
And watch wrestling talk.
And then watch WrestleTalk with David Beem. What's more Americana than David Beem, WrestleTalk with David Beem?
Yes, talk about wrestling in the Northwest.
Bam. That happens. That just happened right now. But I haven't been watching a lot of the new stuff, and I've got to get back into it, Dave. It's been reasonably busy here at work, so I got to make sure I'm falling out of watching wrestling like I used to, and it's also because I'm older and my kids are older now. So I used to watch it with them, and it's just one of those things. But I gotta.
There's a lot of
seniors
said they've been watching my show too. The senior centers.
Cool. They've been watching WrestleTalk with David Beem. Man, that's some action-packed action. Sorry to steal that from.
A lot of seniors really like my show, so don't want to come in to watch it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And call in. You want to be on there and then talk about wrestling.
Yeah, that's another one we got to work out. Is if we do a call in, we got to promote the time so they know when to call in. So I'll try and work that out. I still haven't got that quite figured out yet, but it would be fun. But we got to make sure we shoot at that.
I like to see that done first of the year.
It sure would be cool. Maybe we'll implement that for 2015, the call-in part. We'll have someone call in and bug you. They'll ask you a bunch of wrestling stuff. So this time of year, people are thankful for what they have.
Yes.
And how has this year been for you? Has it been a good year for you?
Very well, very well.
Your
I got
family?
my own program, WrestleTalk.
Yeah.
I got friends, new friends.
Yeah.
I do a lot of stuff for the legislature. I do a lot of stuff for the governor, city councils, people, and voting issues, mental health issues. Do stuff for the president of the United States. So I'm not hurting. I am happy. I got family I do care about. I got friends I care about.
That's awesome. I was hoping you had a good year. This has been a good year for me,
Yeah, for
too.
me, it's been a very good year. I really don't want nothing for Christmas. Only thing I want to have this show running once a month.
Or maybe Santa Claus on your show, too.
Yes, I really like to have Santa Claus, and I like to have wrestlers come in and be on my show. And
You hear
I like
that, Santa Claus? We're talking to you, Santa.
I want Santa Claus
on the show for Christmas.
Or Mrs. Santa Claus.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes.
All right. Well, we have to remember she's a married woman, so we got to behave, Dave.
I will.
We got to behave because we don't want some.
I don't want
Santa
nothing bad. I want Santa Claus or Mrs. Claus on my show talk about wrestling talk.
You never know. That might come to fruition, Dave. Let me see. When we're done with this show, you and I can plan the December one. We'll plan on when we're going to film it and get all that ready, okay?
And I urge everybody to watch my show. And you got to, you like my show, just call in and tell them, or do the fax and tell them you like to see it more done.
Or you could go to CCTV's Facebook page and comment, say that you saw the show and you liked it.
Yeah, that's it.
That'd be pretty cool because we all see that, and then we're able to tell Dave.
I got people like it and tell me downtown, and they'll like me everywhere I go. They'll say they like my show, so that's what I'm doing.
Nice, I like that, Dave. We got a ton of time. We're only barely halfway through the November episode of WrestleTalk, right?
Yes, and I like to see Jeff Manning come back. I'm working on a deal with him.
We want Morty Lipschitz on the show.
Yes.
I know he's hard to work with. We know that he's temperamental. We know that he's always working deals left and right, and you never know what Morty's going to do. We know he's going to bring Stump with him.
That's okay.
That's okay. And actually, we like Stump. Actually, if you got to know Stump outside of the ring.
The grappler said he likes to come.
The grappler would be.
I like to see him be on my show too.
He is a character and a half. I just don't want him loading up that boot when he's here.
No, he won't do that.
This is a boot loading zone, all right? We don't load boots at CCTV.
No.
All right. So once he does that, you know he's going to wail away and kick some fellow when he's not looking. So either that or we need a ref to keep an eye on him the whole time.
Yes.
So we know he stays in line.
Yes.
Suspended for a month. Does that mean next month he'll be there then, or is he gone for December?
He's for all December done.
Man.
He's suspended for a long time.
A lot of history in local wrestling with that fella, right?
Yes.
That guy running around, a lot of history. I'm trying to think who else is out there. They used to have C.W. Bergstrom come in and do the shows.
He's still around. He's still around. He's retired. He don't, you know.
Yeah, he'd been around for a super long time. Big fella, too. He's another big guy. Gosh, C.W. was a big fella. He is a big fella.
What's his name used to wrestle in Portland, Oregon City. I'm trying to get Oregon City wrestlers come in and do some. California.
They doing a show there?
Yeah,
they're doing a show in Oregon City. Do you know where they're doing the shows at?
I don't know. It's on the web.
They used to have like an armory.
Yeah, in Oregon City.
And it's kind of when you come down South End Hill. Sorry,
yeah,
I'm an Oregon City guy.
Out there, in that
from
area
Oregon
somewhere.
City, so you go down South End Hill. At the bottom of the hill, there was an armory on the right.
Yes,
if I
there's
remember
still wrestling there.
I went through Oregon City recently. We went for October. We went to a few haunted houses, and one of the ones we went to was in Portland. And we were able to stop in Oregon City, and there's a great pizza joint that we go to every time when we're there. And it brought back a lot of memories because I grew up there and graduated from Oregon City High School, so it was cool to see the old place. And
I like to have a tournament for Salem area for Christmas at wrestling.
It sure would be cool. You definitely need a promoter like Morty or someone with a promoter's license to do it. I still like that idea of inviting the the classic guys in and doing a thing.
I'm working on that. That's what Marty said he'd like to have.
Okay.
So he said we need to do to fax that thing to him.
It'd be really cool. I mean, just in the sense that you could do some really cool Q&A and hangouts and show some old matches and let the fellas talk about it and just, you know.
Yeah.
People would really get a kick out of that, I think. I think there's a good demographic. Our age of people who remember the old stuff would be like, hey, we gotta go check that out. And maybe some of the young people could learn something. Maybe they'd pick up a little bit of stuff on the way as far as...
I went wrestling for Salem for Sunday. Everybody says, they're a star.
Well, you're on TV now. I mean, on a regular basis. You have a series, so, you know, you're on every month. So people are going to get used to seeing you. They're going to see you on a regular basis, which is, I'm happy for that, Dave. That's something I always wanted for you. You talked about
I'm happy with what WrestleTalk.
Well, and you help people for such a long time. A lot of folks don't know this, but he helped quite a few producers make their shows for a long time. So David was always willing to help and would help anyone out. So I figured, you know, when you said you wanted your own talk show for wrestling, I said, well, you know, we should do that. You've kicked in so much time and helped others, and it's a once-a-month thing. So
I'm happy, and I'm trying to get the new governor goes in. I'm trying to get him on to do a talk show with me, Wrestling Talk.
How do you think that'll turn out? Because do we know who's? We don't know who's.
We don't know yet till tonight.
Who was running against our governor, Kitzhoffer? Who was running against him?
The Republican.
Was a Republican guy running against him? Well, we'll find out tonight, I suppose.
Yes, and he likes me too. I like Kitzhoffer likes me, and the other one likes me. So I really don't care who's going to be the governor. I'll make sure that the service is there.
You can't lose either way because they both thought you were a good
both sides
fellow.
likes me.
Well, that's a good quality to have, David. That's awesome.
I got Republicans and Democrats like me, so I'm not hurting. I go to the legislature every year, so I got people like me, so I'm not hurting.
That's awesome, man. Was there any other highlights of the show you wanted to tell me about from Sunday?
Yeah, that one guy used to wrestle. Jeff Manning's going to bring him back in.
Oh, he's bringing a fella back?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't know who he is. Jeff said he's going to bring some people back. He used to be in WWF.
Oh, wow.
Bringing them back.
He'd brought that Matt Stryker guy in before.
Yes, he likes me too.
That guy's a character, isn't he?
He gave me a hug after the wrestle matches.
Matt Stryker did?
Yes, he did. He said he likes my show.
I hope he knows about it because that guy was a big deal. That guy...
He said he liked to be on my show too. Almost every one of them wants to be on my show, so I'm working out a deal with Jeff if he can do it.
If they can put it together, you'll be good. Yeah.
But he said we have to have a couch.
Oh, they want a sofa? Well, I got the love seat over there. We've got 2 chairs.
We can do that.
How do you like the new furniture?
I like that.
This is the first time we've used this furniture on WrestleTalk. This is the new stuff. We have lamps and tables and stuff too. We just don't use it on this show because for the viewers out there, you see this awesome wrestling ring. David and I built it by hand.
Yep.
It took eons. Not really. We didn't actually make any of that. Well, we made the logo that says WrestleTalk. Oh, sorry, I got to keep my hands down. We made the WrestleTalk part.
This was go ahead, women wrestlers.
Oh, women wrestlers. But this is a green screen behind us. So we're actually sitting in a room with lights on it, and there's just a green wall.
Yes.
But through the magic of the TriCaster and the green screen, now we're sitting.
I am bringing in women wrestlers in too. I'm bringing a midget.
Bring them in.
I am bringing women wrestlers in. I'm bringing in little midgets in wrestlers. I'm bringing them in. I'm bringing in some people from Mexico. Bring them in. Got the belts. I'm bringing them all the ones that used to be here a long time ago. Bringing them back in.
Did you ever get to see Little Nasty Boy wrestle?
Yeah.
You remember Little Nasty?
Yeah.
He was strong. He still is. He's a very strong man. I haven't heard what's happened with him in a long time. He was one of the first guys I ever filmed. The first match I ever filmed was Little Nasty Boy versus Pittman.
Yes.
And
I remember that.
Nasty was awesome because he was very strong. The guy was super built and strong. So I mean I think he called himself the world's
and I'm
strongest.
trying to get Hulk
wrestler.
Hogan here. I'm working on Jeff Manning and get him here.
Hogan, good Lord.
I'm bringing all the big stars used to be here. Bring them in. I'm working out a deal with Jeff Manning. So please out there, people understand. Yeah. I'm trying to bring this show more for the people here. Please, you want to go to wrestling for the Northwest, watch wrestling in Portland, and watch wrestling here.
Yeah. Well, and they can't support local. There's local wrestling in Salem.
Yes.
There's stuff going on in Portland, and
yes.
There's stuff in Eugene. You have to look it up and
yes.
find out
Looking
about it.
on the web.
You can totally support local wrestling promotions,
here.
And that's what gives the guys their chance to maybe hit the big time.
Yes.
You know, that's how.
And
it
they're
works.
like kids, so they ain't gonna do anything, hurt you or nothing. So.
Yeah, those guys are all.
You can get autograph from them, and you get your picture taken with them.
Yeah.
And they'll give you hugs.
I've never been to a show where any of the fans were in danger.
No.
That's never happened.
No, nobody never got hurt.
Sometimes fans will get a little into it.
Yes.
I've had a few fans that were getting a little kind of rowdy, and security
and try to get in there.
Yeah, security had to talk to them and go, okay,
you can't do that.
You need to calm down. I see that once in a blue moon, but I used to film these shows in Eugene, and there was a fella who showed up to those shows, and I think he drank quite a bit. So by the time he would show up to the show, he would be pretty loud and staggering around and stuff. There's a few times he got a little belligerent, but they'd say something to him, and he'd go, oh, he'd remember, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to do that, and then he'd be okay.
See, that's what I don't want on my show. I want to have wrestlers come in.
Yeah.
And I have a family people come in. I want kids on my show, talk about wrestling. I want teachers in. I want the fire people in.
Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do about Santa. All right.
I really like to have Santa Claus.
I'm gonna send a text after this show. After we're done today, we'll schedule the December one. We'll figure out when we're gonna do the show after the show. I'm gonna send a text because I got a connection that goes possibly directly to Santa Claus. And okay, everybody out there watching, don't email me and tell me to get you the direct link to Santa. That's kind of secret, but I've got an in. Because Santa comes and does a Christmas show every year here on CCTV, and I've kind of got the hookup. So I'm going to text that today, this very day, November 5th. It's happening, Dave. I'm gonna reach out and make a plan for the December episode and see what happens. See what you think. So.
And I urge everybody out there, please watch Wrestling Talk. This is family show.
Yeah, we do a good show here, right? We don't ever get out of hand.
No, everybody get along here really well, and they'll like my show. So please, pitch in, watch my favorite show, Wrestling Talk, and please, family out there, come in and watch my show. Yeah. Please be my guest, city councilman people. Please come in and be on my show, city councilman.
City councilors are all welcome to come be on
WrestleTalk
with David Beem.
And I got the mayor wants to be on my show, the mayor of Kaiser. New one.
Who's the new mayor of Kaiser?
We don't know yet. The new mayor said they want to do on my show.
And the current mayor, she's stepping down after this,
She's stepping down. She likes my show, she said.
Wow. Well, that's awesome, Dave. That's way cool, man.
Yeah, she said she saw me at city council one day.
I know I brought this up last month, but I got to bring it up again because I get nostalgic this time of year because I think about what I'm thankful for. I think a lot about my grandfather during this time of year because he used to live up in Enumclaw, Washington, and my mom would take us up to go visit my grandparents every Thanksgiving. And my grandpa was like the super wrestling fan.
Yes.
He worked for Boeing his whole life outside of Enumclaw's outside of Seattle. So whenever any of the big shows came to town, which all the big ones came to Seattle, WCW, WWF, he would go catch the shows live. But I remember one of my earliest Thanksgivings with him, we went up there and did Thanksgiving, and there was this huge thing of wrestling, and this was like AWA. This wasn't the biggest stuff, but they had this huge rivalry between Sergeant Slaughter and the Iron Sheik, and that's one of my first Thanksgivings with him. I remember was eating turkey and watching the TV and watching Iron Sheik get totally beat up.
You know how I got
Slaughter.
Snake Roberts here? I asked Jeff Manning to get him here for me, and he did.
Did he do it? Yeah, that's a legendary guy. But how about you? Like this time of year for the holidays, what kind of wrestling memories do you have? Because you've done stuff too. I mean, like, what do you think about?
Oh, I used to be a roadie for the
Yeah.
professional wrestlers. My favorite was Dutch Savage.
Dutch was a nice guy, and he's still around, right? Dutch is still kicking around, isn't he?
Yeah. He
Really
don't
cool.
wrestle anymore. He's a pastor of the church.
He came to my high school in Oregon City when I was in high school and did one of those gigs where they sit down in the gym, an assembly, and talk to us about stuff. And
Tony Barnes.
Tony, I remember him.
He's
Yeah,
still a little bit. He's still
Tony,
around.
Tough Tony's still around. His son died though. That's what's
Yeah,
sad. Matt
his son
died. Did Matt
passed
die
away.
this year?
He passed away.
We're gonna miss
He's
him.
still around.
Gonna miss
Tony
gonna
Barnes.
I actually got to film Matt, so I'm gonna miss him. You know, before I worked here, I had an opportunity to go film with him. He asked if I could get a camera and go on the road with him for a couple of weeks. This was Matt Bourne, and follow him around, and he was gonna go to Idaho and Washington, and I just couldn't do it because I used CCTV gear. I didn't have my own gear, and I was like, you know, that's too big of a request. You know, like if we go more than 50 miles away, we're supposed to put in a request and let him know we're going to do that. And he wanted me to be gone an extended period of time. But it's a bummer because, you know, he passed away this year. And I remember talking to him about that. He was pretty serious about me maybe following him and doing kind of a documentary type thing. And there was a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I kind of wished I would have done it now. I didn't know him that well, though. He came and did a couple of the PMPW shows in Milwaukee. And at that point in time, I was getting the equipment once a month, and that was to do the wrestling gig, and we didn't have a lot of gear back then. So I was already, like, at my max. I was already using it more, as much as I could. But I was like, you know, I should have followed
But
that
I hang
fella.
out with all of them. I hang out with all the good ones and all the bad ones.
Yeah. It would make a cool documentary to follow one of the old school guys around.
Well, some of them still around.
You know, kind of find out their deal and follow them and do their thing. It would be cool. That would be another fun side project, right? Just kind of see what they do and what their life's actually like and see what they're doing and stuff. You know, because people don't really know that part of it. So, I mean, that's kind of neat. I don't know, Dave, we got about a minute left. Dude, next time we're on with a new episode, it'll be December. And I'm not promising you, Dave, but I'm just saying, if you guys stay tuned, you might see David Beem sitting right next to Santa Claus. I can't guarantee it, but as soon as this show's over, I am making the text. So, Dave, we got like less than a minute. Dude, give him a round.
Thank you for watching WrestleTalk, and please come and watch my show.
Yeah.
You got any questions? Email me at studio channel 22.
Yeah.
Please do that, or leave a message at the studio.
Our Facebook, CCTV Salem, and then also my email is Arlan, ARLAN, at cctvsalem.org, and I'm going to put those
You
on
want
the
to be
bottom
my
of the
guest?
screen.
You can be my guest.
Yeah.
And
Especially,
I want to have assistant.
Yeah.
A woman on my show to be my assistant, if we can do that. I like to have a woman on my show and talk about wrestling, and have a good day and have a nice holiday.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Thanks. Have a Thanksgiving. Bye.
Don't eat too much turkey, though, right?
Have a nice turkey. Bye.
Bye-bye.